Why is it called a potato onion? Is it an onion that tastes like a potato? I'll be doing a taste test in this video. Does it grow underground like a potato? Do they look like a potato? Or do they have a growth habit like a potato? G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and all these onion questions are enough to make you cry. But in this video, I'm going to peel back the layers and answer all those questions and more. So let's get into it. It's true that potato onions sort of do grow underground, but no one knows for sure how potato onions got their name. However, it's probably due to how you plant one and get more. You plant a potato and it grows more potatoes. You plant one of these unique varieties of onion and it multiplies several times. I have seen around 8 onions from one potato onion, and they say you can get up to 12 onions from one bulb, which would be a fantastic eye-watering return. But in this variety, I'm not seeing any more than about 4 bulbs per one planted. But they are pretty big. You buy potato onions from a seed retailer or nursery, or you can sometimes find them at fresh food markets. You won't often see these types of onions in the supermarket because big agriculture doesn't like growing them. They're fairly time consuming. They have to be planted by hand and then they have to be harvested usually by hand as well. Big ag tends to stay away from products like that. However, for the home gardener, they are great because potato onions keep well in the pantry. They are very hardy and easy to grow, and they taste amazing. The first time I grew these was by complete accident. I got some onions from the markets. I didn't think much of it. We got down to our last one in the pantry and it started shooting, so I thought, oh, I'll just plant that out in the garden. It can go to seed. We liked the onions, we thought they were very nice, and I'll collect the seed and then I'll re-sow that and we could maybe grow them again. Well, I left them there. About 4 months later, there was this nest of onions, probably about 8 to 10 bulbs, all bunched out from that one that I planted in there. And it confused me quite a bit. And it wasn't until a number of years later that I realized it was a potato onion. I actually thought it might have been a shallot. What's the difference between a potato onion and a shallot, I hear you say? Well, a shallot grows in clumps, yes, like a potato onion, whereas a normal onion grows individually. Shallots are typically milder in taste than onions. Potato onions store or keep better than shallots. They don't grow as many bulbs on the one plant, so they are usually bigger than shallots, and they are rounder than a shallot. Honestly, why didn't they just call it a round onion shallot? If there's a plant biologist watching this video, can you please, and you know the answer, can you please write it in the comments section below so we can all be put out of our misery? Anyway, how did I grow them? In this bed. I prepared the bed with some rock minerals, a bit of the old Vegemite, and then I added a bag of ocean to earth compost made from fish waste collected from boat ramps down the south coast of Sydney. I love this stuff not just because of how good it is for the garden, but also how it recycles waste that would otherwise go straight into landfill. I don't mind paying for soil supplements and those types of things. Yes, of course, I love to make my own compost and make my own fertilizer, but sometimes I just think it's good to grab some different types of soil supplements and fertilizers from other places, and if it helps someone out who's got a great idea or who's made a really good business, I think that's fine with me. I gave the beds a good mulching. Remember, mulch, mulch, mulch. And then I shoved the single potato onions into the soil about halfway up the bulb. The spacing was around 30 centimeters apart at least, because I wanted to give them a good chance to expand without crowding out each other. The initial growth is the same as any other onion, with several stems growing out the center top of the bulb. Hello. Oh, but then it changes. It starts to get multi-stemmed. As the plant goes through an almost metamorphosis before your eyes, dividing itself up into separate bulbs. Potato onions can take up to 6 months to mature, so that's a long season. Here in the subtropics, we start them in autumn and then let them grow through winter into spring. Let's harvest them, but I'm already a little bit apprehensive because this is the first day of summer and I'm already late by my own standards to harvest these fellas. When the summer rains hit, they can start getting all mushy and they can start to rot very quickly. So that's why they should be harvested before the heat and the humidity and the rain starts falling, which it has already for the last few weeks. Well, I'll start from this side. So there you go, pull them up. This has divided itself into a number of different bulbs. See the rot there? Now we might be able to peel those layers off, but it hasn't grown very well. It might have even started re-sprouting from that main bulb. See that? That's a goner. No good. These will be able to be cleaned up and eaten, little offcuts in salads as long as they're washed. Like this, they look more like shallots, don't they? There we go. Let's hope that we get some better ones out of the rest. I'm pretty sure we will. Here's the next one along. This one here is one that I used for the demo. Pretty good. We'll let that one go on its own and dry. This one here has only got 3 and that's the biggest of the lot. So it seems to me that the less bulbs, the bigger the bulb. Yes, nice. Look at that. That's what I like. Everyone likes big, don't they? And they feel good and solid as well, not squishy. So we've at least saved most of these. Just lucky, I think. Very lucky. And lucky last, these final 4 here. Yeah, good. What we'll do now is we will put all of these on a drying rack, out of the weather of course, so that they can cure and have time to settle and the skins dry, and that way we can then find the ones that are good and cured. We can keep them in the pantry, store them, hold some back for replanting next season, and the ones that need to be eaten right away, we simply will do that. Ideally, I like to leave onions out in the sun for a couple of days, turn them over, make them nice and crispy, then dry them fully in the shed out of the sunlight. Let's do a taste test. Let's grab one of these nice big ones. How about this fella here? And let's have a crack at it. There's the stem. Got some multi-stems on it there. Let's take the base off. You know, it's got that slight purple shallot look to it, I have to say. Peel that first layer off. Try to get the dirt off my fingers. Let's see. I've already got sweat in my eyes anyway. It doesn't smell too strong. I can't get any tears jerking. I'll just have a bite of this bottom layer. I don't want to waste all that. Yeah, really mild. It's still got that onion taste, but you can easily eat them like this. It's juicy, smells nice, it's beautiful. I'd probably like some salt and pepper, you know, ideally. This would be perfect in a salad. I've got a bit of stronger aftertaste coming through, but it's pleasant. But I can feel it burn a little bit. But I couldn't do this with a standard onion. That'd be way too harsh. Yeah, that's good. So that's a potato onion. If you're confused about the name, the type, the identity, all you really have to know is that you plant one onion and you get multiple onions. You don't get potatoes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a multiple tiered up thumbs up, share the video around and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now. Cheers.